In modern human society, there are two kinds of dominance. One is physical dominance, based on aggression or the threat of aggression. Physical dominance in humans is similar to dominance in non-human primates, though we signal it differently. It is rare chimpanzee who announces his dominance, as some humans do, by carrying around a switchblade or a .357 Magnum, or by wearing a tight muscle shirt. Humans, however, can also achieve another kind of dominance. Mental dominance. Welcome to Howell's Finest 15. This video is brought to you by Coors Light. Tap the Rockets. Was not going to do a video this year. However, after finding out that a few people were upset I didn't do one for the draft order, I'm doing a video for divisions. Yeah, so 2 divisions, just like last year. 6 teams in each division. And I have a bunch of little pieces of paper. And then I'm going to pick one team. That will be in Division 1. The next team will be in Division 2, then Division 1, then 2, then 1, then 2. And we'll, eventually we'll pick 12 of these and we'll have the divisions. Update on Brian Deckhut. He wants to be in the league, but he cannot swallow his pride enough to actually commit. That's okay. Alright, here we go. Without further ado. I have all the pieces of paper down here. They're all in these little balls. The balls. And we're going to pick them. Just to recap, places 1 through 3 will receive cash. Team with the most points scored in the regular season will get cash. And Survivor is back after a year hiatus. The team that comes in last each week in points scored by their starting team will be eliminated. And which means after week 1, no team has to get eliminated in week 2, 3, 4, so on and so forth. So there could be multiple winners at the end of the year, and I think in the text chain I said week 10 through 13. I think the bottom 2 get knocked out. So we'll see what happens. So I'm gonna pick the first one here, and here we go. First team in Division 1, coming out swinging. Irv. First team in Division 1. So right away, everybody wants to be in this division. Not sure if you saw in the beginning, Irv was Asian Irv, also known as stoned out of his mind Irv, with some feathery locks as well. All right, now the first team in the second division, who will not be sharing a division with Irv, is Darren. Darren's picture, I couldn't find any good pictures on his own Facebook feed, so I found it on Blum's, or Kristen Blum's, and yeah, I was looking for a picture for the night of his bachelor party, but there aren't any because he was in prison. So there's an unfortunate thing there. Second team in Division 1 is Pete. Pete likes cheese doodles. Big cheese doodle fan. I'm a puffy cheese doodle guy myself. Crunchies for bitches. Second team in Division 2. Second team in Division 2 to share the division with Darren will be the ring bearer at the circus, Mike Mahan. Great choice of hat. Remember my first wedding. Third team in Division 1, sharing the division with Irv and Pete, will be Barker. Barker's picture was from modeling shoot. If you look, I mean, the quality of that picture is absurd. Just, I'm not sure what magazine that made it in, but probably Ebony. But all right, Irv, Pete, and Barker are in one division. Darren and Mahan will be sharing the division with Puggy Bear. Pug. I feel like every picture looks like the one I had of Pugs. Every picture looked the same to me, so gotta get some diversity in your pictures, Pugs. Pugs is a beautiful baby boy. Didn't get the father's looks. Okay, sharing Irv, Pete, Barker, and me. Mine was from college, my picture. I thought it was really cool to have 30 racks as your wallpaper. I'm sure that was original. At least I thought it was. Here's what it is. Fourth person in the second division, sharing it with Darren, Mahan, and Pugs, will be JT, the reigning champ. If you're wondering why in JT's picture there was a Vivo in the corner, implying that it was a music video, it is because JT has a music career. His stage name is Phil, Phil, space Stacy. Phil Stacy. Just Google him. He does a Christian rock, moderate success, no hair, by choice. All right, continuing on. The fifth team in the first division is the dangerous duo, JP and TK. There's no reason I chose that picture other than the fact that they were both in it. Alright. The fifth team in Division 2 will be Louie. Louie is pretty much a constant in the playoffs. So the final team in Division 1 is Charles. Charlie didn't have his shirt on in that picture. Again, it's from a model shoot. But yeah, it's from a model shoot. And the last team being Joe. Joe was the last team in Division 2. So, there you have it. Division 1 is Irv, Pete, Barker, me, JP, TK, and Charlie. Division 2, DV, Mahan, Pugs, JT, Lou, and Joe. Think back on your life. What do you remember? When I do that, I find that it's not enough. Similarly to the effort I put into this video.
I'm sorry, but I don't want to be an emperor. That's not my business. I don't want to rule or conquer anyone. I should like to help everyone if possible. Jew, Gentile, black man, white. We all want to help one another. Human beings are like that. We want to live by each other's happiness, not by each other's misery. We don't want to hate and despise one another. In this world, there's room for everyone, and the good earth is rich and can provide for everyone. The way of life can be free and beautiful. But we have lost the way. Greed has poisoned men's souls, has barricaded the world with hate, has goose-stepped us into misery and bloodshed. We have developed speed, but we have shut ourselves in. Machinery that gives abundance has left us in want. Our knowledge has made us cynical, our cleverness hard and unkind. We think too much and feel too little. More than machinery, we need humanity. More than cleverness, we need kindness and gentleness. Without these qualities, life will be violent, and all will be lost. The aeroplane and the radio have brought us closer together. The very nature of these inventions cries out for the goodness in men, cries out for universal brotherhood, for the unity of us all. Even now, my voice is reaching millions throughout the world, millions of despairing men, women, and children, victims of a system that makes men torture and imprison innocent people. To those who can hear me, I say, do not despair. The misery that is now upon us is but the passing of greed, the bitterness of men who fear the way of human progress. The hate of men will pass, and dictators die, and the power they took from the people will return to the people. And so long as men die, liberty will never perish. Soldiers, don't give yourselves to brutes, men who despise you, enslave you, who regiment your lives, tell you what to do, what to think, and what to feel, who drill you, diet you, treat you like cattle, use you as cannon fodder. Don't give yourselves to these unnatural men with machine minds and machine hearts. You are not machines, you are not cattle, you are men. You have the love of humanity in your hearts. You don't hate, only the unloved hate, the unloved and the unnatural. Soldiers, don't fight for slavery, fight for liberty. In the 17th chapter of St. Luke it is written, the kingdom of God is within man, not one man nor a group of men, but in all men, in you. You, the people, have the power to create machines, the power to create happiness. You, the people, have the power to make this life free and beautiful, to make this life a wonderful adventure. Then in the name of democracy, let us use that power. Let us all unite. Let us fight for a new world, a decent world, that will give men a chance to work, that will give youth a future and old age a security. By the promise of these things, brutes have risen to power, but they lie. They do not fulfill that promise. They never will. Dictators free themselves, but they enslave the people. Now let us fight to fulfill that promise. Let us fight to free the world, to do away with national barriers, to do away with greed, with hate and intolerance. Let us fight for a world of reason, a world where science and progress will lead to all men's happiness. Soldiers, in the name of democracy, let us all unite!